from the Philadelphia Eagles, who once again have signed Saquon Barkley to a 2-year contract extension in the same calendar year that they signed him to a 3-year deal. It makes Barkley the highest paid running back in NFL history, a 2-year, $41.2 million deal. There's incentives, there's escalators, there's upside in there. And this deal that makes Barkley the highest paid running back in NFL history caps an incredible calendar year for Saquon Barkley, in which he went to Philadelphia, rushed for 2,000 yards, became the Offensive Player of the Year, and of course, helped lead the Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl title.
All right, more on that in moments as we welcome you into the show officially. So glad that you're with us today. Tim Hasselbeck, Sam Acho, Adam Schefter, of course, with us for the hour. A lot of news to get to. Let's show you what Saquon posted just moments ago. Overflow, grateful for the Eagles organization, grateful for my team, grateful for the amazing fans in Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Tim, what do you think of the Eagles' investment in Saquon?
Well, look, he's a remarkable player. He did an amazing job this year in a passing league. He basically was dominant, especially in the postseason with the ball on the ground, which, you just don't typically see anymore. And I will just say, Adam kind of, jokingly made the comment about, the Cowboys, finally being ahead of things in terms of doing a deal for somebody that they know is a good player. Look, this is in stark contrast to how the Giants handled Saquon Barkley, right? I mean, they basically were wondering if anyone would be willing to pay him and trying to assess what the market might be. Look, the Eagles just said, this is an unbelievable player, somebody that changes the way we play on Sundays. Let's reward him, make sure he's happy, and keep him here and be ahead of the game on it, which they've clearly done.
Yeah, it's going to change the way that teams try to defend Philly for the long term. Think about it. The Philadelphia Eagles last year led the NFL in rushing attempts. They were the #1 rushing offense. And so now all of a sudden, and to your point, Tim, in a passing league, you're going run first with Saquon Barkley. You're going run first with some of the offensive line. You're going run first even with the quarterback run game. And so for me, this speaks to the point of defense wins championship games as well as the running game. And so sometimes the NFL can be cyclical. You'll see the running backs have a huge lull for a while, then all of a sudden now the running backs are coming back around. See the receivers have a huge increase, and all of a sudden maybe won't be as receiver-centric. And so it seems as if the Philadelphia Eagles, at least last year, were yinning when other teams were yanking, going one way, other teams going the other, and it paid off big time for Saquon and the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll just continue to shout out Howie Roseman and this Eagles organization with the way that they handle their players, the way that they reward them for good play. It really has worked out well for them. And Adam, to Acho's point, we've seen quite an evolution for running back value over the last couple of years. Where do you think this could lead next?
Listen, I think for the first time we've begun to see running backs be paid. And I think the value of running backs has begun to be reestablished in the draft, where we've seen running backs now get drafted higher than they have in other years. Remember, there were some years where we didn't see running backs go high, and all of a sudden, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs go in the same draft. We're seeing running backs go higher. This may be the finest running back draft class that we've seen in recent memory, and eventually, all these outstanding young running backs are going to be paid. And Saquon Barkley today is help paving the way for other running backs in the future, creating a new benchmark by which they will try to achieve in the future. With the cap going up, it makes it easier to do. And now we're starting to see very gradually running backs achieve some of the value in their contracts, but you're also starting to see it in the draft, which later on will equate to deals in free agency.
Yeah, I'm not saying Ashton Jeanty is Saquon Barkley, but it just makes me think, talking to him at the Combine, how much he talked about Saquon. And Saquon's deal includes $36 million fully guaranteed at signing. That's nearly $10 million more guaranteed than any other running back has in a deal.